everyone, it's Linnea here for Miss Ink Stamps, and if you're like me, you are feeling incredibly rushed for the holidays. I needed a few more holiday cards to mail out, so I went with one of my go-to techniques. If you follow me on social media, you may have seen me doing this a lot for the holidays, and that's because when I mass produce, I like to stick to easy, simple designs that don't require any coloring. I'm very slow with coloring, so I like to find a design that I can easily replicate and create a bunch of cards all at once. So I've grabbed a few Miss Ink Stamps stamp sets. I'm starting here with Calm and Bright, and I absolutely adore this little tree. So I'm just stamping this in black ink all over a piece of A2 sized cardstock. And then I'm moving on to the Oh Dear stamp set, and I chose my two favorite deer. They kind of look very regal and majestic. So I chose these two deer, and I'm just going to stamp them repeatedly across my background. I'm using just a plain black ink, a dark pigment ink, and I'm just going to repeat this process with a bunch of different stamp sets. This one here is Ice Day. This is one of the newest releases from Miss Ink Stamps. This one has a bunch of little penguins. So instead of taking just one or two images, I'm actually taking a bunch. So this one's going to go a lot faster because I can fill up a lot of my card front all at once. I grabbed the Season's Greetings stamp set, and I am stamping 3 sentiments for each card. If you wanted to make this even faster, there are simpler sentiments that you could do, Season's Greetings, Merry Christmas, things like that. But I chose to stamp out 3 separate greetings, and I'll stack them on my card. Now I wanted to add just a little pop of color to these cards. So to do that, I'm going to take some shimmer watercolor, water down, and then take a fairly large brush. This is a size 8 round brush, and I'm going to load up my brush with that shimmer watercolor pigment and flick that onto my cards. I'm doing green for the Calm and Bright background, a bronze color for the Oh Dear background, and then I'm going to do a red for the Ice Day background. And this is just going to give a little bit of color to those black and white backgrounds. If you wanted to though, you could easily skip this step, or you could even, if you wanted to have more color, just do a simple watercolor wash over this background and kind of fade it out towards the top. That's a nice and easy way to add a bit of color to your backgrounds. Once I was done, I let these dry, and now you can see those shimmery colors just showing up against that black and white stamped background. I'm going to go ahead and trim these down. I thought that I would have a full card front with these designs, but I wanted to add just a little bit of interest because these backgrounds were so simple. I'm stacking my sentiments on top here, and this is when I realized that these cards were just they needed a little something. So I trimmed those backgrounds from A2 size down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, so a ½ inch on each, the long side and the short side. I'm going to add that onto black pieces of cardstock that measure 4 by 5 1/4 inches, and then put those onto white A2 card bases. So now I have that layered effect. I also stacked each of those sentiments onto a black piece of cardstock, and then I just trimmed around them to give that a kind of drop shadow effect. I mounted the white sentiment strips up with foam onto the black cardstock before I cut them out. Then I will just glue them right in the center of my cardstock, and now I have 3 cards, and these 3 cards all together took me about 20 minutes to make, so these were super fast. I hope you've enjoyed this last minute holiday card idea. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!